Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Games Cage. I've got like a new hat, so it's a new look. Maybe we're gonna do this more often, who knows. But today I'm here to review Resident Evil 2 Remake. Now I think I should note that I beat Claire's campaign, so I have to beat Leon's campaign. But I think I do have just a general, obviously, idea of the game. I get the mechanics, I get the story, all this stuff. I know there's another ending, I know there's alternate scenarios, but it doesn't change the fact that I think this game is fucking fantastic. Now, I want to give you guys a bit of context here because I've never really played a Resident Evil game, and I've also never really played a horror game alone by myself. I've played Outlast with friends, I've played Slender with friends, like I've played a couple of horror games, but it's always been the sort of, you know, like the experienced ones that are more meant for you to just get jump scares and play with your friends. But this is my first time legit playing a survival horror game from start to finish, and I'm so happy that this is my first one because I'll never forget it. So this review is just going to be very loose. I'm just going to like talk about everything about the game. The game is fucking incredible, right? So first of all, it looks gorgeous. It's so creepy to have a game look this real and have the undead zombies kind of like crawl around, and when you shoot them, the blood is like splatting everywhere. You get like close-up shots where you just see their fucking jaw open. When you see the different types of zombies throughout the game, like it creeps you the fuck out. Like there's these alien ones who like don't have a face and they just have giant brains for heads and they're just fucking leaping at you. So because of how good the fucking game looks, it makes these zombie fucking creatures look way more horrifying. And it's the worst, but it's incredible at the same time. So yeah, I mean, I think the biggest praise I can give this game is it stressed me the hell out, right? Like I was playing and I felt nervous. I was obviously playing in the dark, lights off, volume on full blast almost, and I'm just so tense, right? Because you're going room to room, and the biggest thing about the game that is like every time you enter a room you're scared, right? Because it's new territory. You don't know what you're gonna see, you don't know what's gonna be there, and you can't help but be scared because even when a room is empty, you're telling yourself it can't be this easy. Like there has to be something that's gonna pop up at me when I walk out this room. There's gotta be something that's gonna show up once I leave my menu screen. It's like the way the game messes with your expectations is it's fucking awesome. And I love the idea that, okay, you have you're in one big area usually. Like there's a couple areas in the game and you're set there for a while, and you find a key that goes to a door, and in that door you'll find a code for another door you couldn't go to before, and you find locks and you find boxes so you can find more ammo, etc, etc. It's like there's a solid loop of, okay, I figured this out, so that means now I can go in that room and I can go get that thing that I saw before. Like, and again, the game, it's funny how this game, and in general I'm sure other survival horror games, if you just opened up the lights, like if all the lights were on and nothing was chasing you, it would be a pretty easy game. Like it's pretty not straightforward, but the puzzles are simple, almost, like simple enough. So, but it's because you're so scared of every scenario you're gonna be in and where you're gonna go and all that, that makes it difficult, right? It's the challenge of, I'm scared to go here. Oh fuck, there's a zombie here. Oh this, there's that. But it's like, if it was just a clear room, it would be easy. But it's because you're so tense and your mind is just overthinking everything, and the way it messes with your expectations constantly, the elements it adds in. Mr. X, you've seen all the gifs and memes online, this giant fucking guy in a suit that follows you. This guy follows you for like a good portion of the game. The game's about, I'd say, 5.5 hours on your first run. If you've never played it, maybe less if you're good at it. But yeah, for me it was that thing of whenever I would get to a save point, I would save. Because this fucking Mr. X guy, he comes to your room where you save, right? It plays with your expectations, right? You expect the room where you can save your progress is your save zone. But nah, this guy's like, fuck it, I'm coming in here. And I really loved Claire. Like, Claire was actually a really charming, lovable character. I know Leon's really cool. I've seen from the bits I've seen of him, and I played him in the demo, and I can't wait to play his campaign. But it's just, I really loved how they handled her story. I loved the plot twist they had throughout. And again, I do love that because it's an old school game, the story isn't trying to be more than what it is, right? It's a night of horrors in this fucking shit show of a town that's been abandoned because of a zombie outbreak. And again, they throw in a lot of lore stuff, and there's some creepy fucking boss battles, and I'm sure, and I know Leon has another boss battle too, so I can't wait to do that. But man, this game is just really special because it manages to scare you while also being just an awesome video game. Like, if I was scared and I was annoyed, I'd be discouraged, right? Because, like, there was, like, a part or two in the game where I just couldn't figure out one of the puzzles and I'd YouTube it, but I'd be like, okay, that was fairly simple. But, or, like, I noticed the game had a few issues where, because of how stiff some of, like, the animations and controls can be sometimes, like, I found myself fucking up because of the game. Like, there was a boss fight where I had to use a crane to hit an enemy, and it wasn't very clear, like, where I had to stand for that crane to be and to hit the enemy. It's like sometimes it would hit me and I wasn't sure why exactly, or sometimes the enemy I wanted to get hit by it was like moving oddly. And so it's like there are a few issues in terms of like how the stiffness can feel a bit, but other than that, the sheer horror factor, the sheer quality of the game, the way they handle fear, the way they play with your expectations, the smart puzzles, the unlockables, right? Like every time you unlock inventory space, you feel so happy because you're like, okay, I can have more stuff. And yeah, again, there's a lot of inventory management of like, oh shit, I can't carry this many things. Do I use this thing? How do I know if I'm done with this? Am I gonna need it? So it's like the game is just fantastic at constantly, it keeps you on your toes, right? Whether it's with your items or the enemies you're facing or the scenarios you're in. It's like they do an amazing job of like also having like calm moments, like having a moment for you to be like, whew, okay, I beat this challenge, and then having moments where you're like, oh god, everything is fucked, I need to get out of here, I need to run. So it just does an amazing mix, and it puts you in all of those sort of creepy areas you expect from these games, right? Like, obviously, like, the police station is like the haunted mansion almost, there's the sewers, there's other areas, and yeah, it does a lot of twists and turns. What a fantastic video game. Like, easily a 9.5 out of 10. It's one of, I think it's going to go down as one of my favorite games of this year. It's one of Capcom's best games, and I just do think, I'm so happy this was my first true survival horror game, because I couldn't have gotten to a better one to start with. So obviously, I think you guys should play this. If you haven't, check it out. Again, it's scary, but I feel like it's worth it. That's what I'd say, because I'm not a horror guy. Like, it's not my thing, but I wanted to push through this game. So, yeah, those are my thoughts. That's my review of Resident Evil 2. I can't wait to play more, and I will see you all next time. Please subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of the game, and peace out.